Hello everyone, welcome to Crossdressing Chronicles. This channel will be focused on the art of crossdressing. All stories are made 100% by me. Many of these stories are based on true events that have happened to me in my adventures as a crossdresser. Enjoy! This story takes place in my first year out of college. I was 23 at the time and finally got a place of my own. I was working a 9-to-5 job in the healthcare field and was enjoying life a lot. Most of my friends were girls, and my closest friend was named Katie. Katie worked as a nurse at the same hospital that I worked at. We had been friends for about 3 years at this point. It was a Saturday afternoon when I suddenly got a text from Katie. Katie said that she needed a really big favor. I asked her what the favor was. She said she would come over to my place and explain. I said, sure, and told her to come in 30 minutes. Katie and I had not been hanging out outside of work, so I was surprised when she asked to come over. 30 minutes later, Katie arrived at my place. She knocked, and I answered. She smiled as she walked in. I noticed that she was carrying a big black duffel bag. I asked her, "What's in the bag?" She said that she would explain everything. She sat down next to me on the couch and started talking. Okay, so as you know, I'm part of a women's group at the hospital, and we have challenges on a monthly basis. The winner of the challenge gets a bunch of gift cards and other benefits. I was wondering if you could help me win this month's challenge. I paused for a minute. I was confused how I could help Katie win the women's group challenge, but nodded my head. She smiled and said, "Great, this month's challenge is about cross-dressing. Do you know what that is?" I had never heard the term cross-dressing before, and asked her what it meant. She said, "Haha, there's no way you don't know what it is. Anyway, it basically means when someone dresses up in clothes that are conventionally made for the other sex." She paused, and I didn't say anything. She continued, "So, this month's challenge is to do the best cross-dressing transformation. I know many of the other women are going to try to dress as guys, but I thought I would win if I dressed you up as a girl." I paused and didn't say anything. I couldn't even imagine myself as a girl. Katie was my best friend, and she had done so much for me. After thinking for a bit, I agreed to help her. Maybe it would be fun. Who knows? I said yes. She jumped up and said, "Yes, let's get it, girl." I chuckled. Katie took a picture of me before we started for the pre-transformation picture. She then moved over to her duffel bag and unzipped it. She took out a black dress. The dress was a tight party dress that had a black strap at the top. She told me to go to the bathroom and try on the dress. I took the dress and made my way to the bathroom. I slid off my shirt and jeans and put on the dress. It was very tight on me, so it took me a while to slide it up. Katie and I were about the same size and height. I admired myself in the mirror. Wow, the dress made me look really muscular, but also feminine at the same time. I noticed that my hip was actually pretty small. I looked better than I thought. I walked out of the bathroom to show Katie. She immediately turned towards me once I came out. She got up and started clapping. She ran up to me and said, "OMG girlie, you look so hot. Your waist is snatched." She did a few circles around me, admiring the dress. She took my hand and had me go back into the bathroom. She brought a chair and her duffel bag. She pulled out some waxing strips first and waxed my legs. She also waxed my arms, back, and chest area. My skin felt very smooth after, but a little rough. Katie applied some lotion that helped. Next, Katie tweezed my eyebrows. She said, "Eyebrows on fleek," and both of us laughed. The eyebrow tweezing hurt a little bit, but felt good at the same time. My hair was relatively short, so it was easy for Katie to put a hair cap on me. The next step was makeup. Katie applied concealer before adding on additional face makeup. She made my complexion very clear and added mascara. The makeup felt cold at first and a little irritating, but got better as she went on. She asked me to pucker up and put some lip gloss on my lips. I turned and looked at myself in the mirror. My mouth dropped. I couldn't believe it. I actually looked like a girl. Not just any girl, a hot girl at that. I could tell that Katie was enjoying watching my reaction. I told her that she did a great job. She said, "We are not done yet." She took out a blonde, shoulder-length wig from her bag and attached it to my head. She moved the hair around so that it looked good, and then added a little bit of hairspray. This completed the look. I looked great. Katie asked me to stand up and walk to the living room. She had a pair of matching black heels waiting for me. She bent down and put them on. I liked how they felt. They were a bit hard to walk in, but that was okay. Katie moved me around to strike a certain pose. She stepped back and took a picture of me. She told me this is definitely going to win. I said, "Okay, we're done. Is this right?" Katie paused for a moment and said, "Well, since you're already dressed like this, don't you think it would be fun to go out? At least just go for coffee." I said, "No way. What if someone saw me?" Katie said, "I think you're forgetting that you completely look like a girl." I thought for a minute and said, "I guess you're right. Okay, we can go out, but only for a little bit." Katie again got excited and took my hand. We both walked towards the door and got in her car. Katie started driving. I asked where we were going. She said, "Hush, doll, just enjoy the ride. It's perfectly okay to not know what's going on." She put her hand on my thigh. This made me feel really feminine. I decided that I would just relax and enjoy the adventure. Check out part 2 coming out tomorrow to find out what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this.